Does it say live or anything, or?
Stream chat.
Okay, there it goes. Dude, it looks like shit. Oh, wait.
Okay. This is.
Hold on 1 second.
I'm glad it pulled up.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that really says.
No, you're fine. Alright, we got that. Like I said, we'll re-chat there. We'll grab him out. Like I said, we're just going to wait a second. Let me make sure if the audio is working.
Okay.
Stop making goofy faces.
You can make silly faces if you want. You're a silly boy. You see yourself on there? Yo, what's up, Goddess? How are you doing? We're just waiting. We just got a new alligator in from Missouri yesterday. So he's got some wounds on his feet, so we're going to treat him and do a video. So we're just waiting to see if there's a couple more people end up jumping in. How are you doing today, Goddess? Yeah, there's JJ. I'm doing good. How's is it North Carolina, right? There you are, suck a face. Like I said, we'll wait. We'll just give it just a second, guys. Hopefully try to get a couple more people in. It's going to take a minute to treat them anyway, so it'll be like a decent long video. Sorry if it's like not the best connection. I don't have OBS on my computer, so I have to do it from my phone. Oh, South Carolina. That's right, South Carolina. All right, we're going to grab the gator out. Let's grab the gator out. All right, so you can film this. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
The 2 sticks are off. Very good.
The 2 sticks are off?
Mom's taking a picture.
Yeah. He's hanging out in there.
Get out of your way.
You're fine. Gonna need this in case he pees.
Okay.
Scoot back.
Okay.
All right. He's gonna fight. All right.
Okay, I got the tail.
Hold on. He's gonna fight.
Okay.
All right. Let me shove this under his butt in case he pees. As long as he doesn't crack me in the head with his head. Yo, what's up, Vic? All right, Jake, help me do this. Can you shove this under his butt?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, it's under.
Look out, Jake. Scoot back. All right, he's gonna roll. So just give me a second. I'm gonna roll him. Easy, buddy.
Yeah.
What's up, Tom? How you doing? Ugh, this gator is being difficult. All right. You know what? I'm probably gonna leave him on his back. We can treat him while he's on his back. You gonna put the medicine on his foot?
Yeah.
Come over here. You come over here, B.
Oh.
So, guys, I'm gonna show you his foot real quick. So he's been rubbing his feet raw. Just hold it for a second so the stream catches up. Like I said, guys, sorry if it's not like the best quality. So anyway, you can see where he's rubbed his foot raw and he's been breaking his nails. I don't know what kind of pond he was in. He was probably in something that had concrete. So we're going to make his feet feel better. So put a little bit of Neosporin on him. You want to rub it on?
Me?
Yeah. Good job. I put a little on his nail. He's like my big baby. Oh yeah, his poor little foot, exactly. Like I said, sorry if the stream quality is not the best, guys. So Tom's from Norway. He's a pretty cool dude. He's a fisherman streamer.
Nice.
Let's I'm gonna put him all the way on his back. He's gonna rub most of this stuff off, but at least it's on there for him for a minute. All right, scoot back. He's about to swing his tail.
Can I go wash my hands?
Nope, I need your help.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking him to the farm on Friday.
Get easy there, baby.
All right, so you can come up here again. So this foot's way worse than the other foot. He rubbed this one pretty good. He rubbed that nail all the way off before he got here. Kid, your dad is the most awesome guy on Twitch. Thank you. All right. JJ, grab the Neosporin.
I got it.
Okay, bring it here. Like I said, he's probably going to fight us.
Yes, he is. I'm keeping his tail.
Is the stream okay, guys, or is it real pixel? Like I said, I can't tell. All right, come here. I'm going to have you rub his feet.
Here.
Go in front. Go in front.
He's black.
Oh, JJ just took a tail to the ear.
It is. Right there.
Yep. Rub it on. Rub it on,
good.
quick. Quick, quick, quick. Get his other one. He's fighting us, guys.
Yes, he
All right,
is.
scoot back. All right, out of the way.
Okay, okay.
Stream is a little slurry, but it's watchable. All right, it goes in and out. Yeah, like I said, sorry, guys. I don't know what to do. I don't have, like, the fancy internet, and I'm just trying to do it snaky. Yeah, I don't know either. So, like I said, sorry, guys. So this guy, like I said, he's from Missouri. So he came to us from 2 states away. He's coming to the farm. Like I said, I can't do it from the laptop. So it said my speed for upload was almost 5, which is what it is for my laptop or my gaming. I just don't know what the deal is. This guy is probably one of the more aggressive alligators that I've ever worked with. Dude, my arms are already tired from holding him. If you guys want, I'll show you guys his eye. They have really, really neat eyes. See their pupil? Look, he's looking directly at you. So that pupil can get like as thin as a slit. What's up, Snaky? Right here, guys, is his ear. That little slit right there, that's his ear. Can you guys hear him breathing? I'll get him to close his eyes so you guys can see his nictitating membrane. Okay, let's see. It says, aggressive now, but after being chased and owned a couple of times by Mr. Gator Ownage, he's hard to run. So, it's hard to say that they're aggressive, but he's a little more aggressive. They're very naturally, they don't like to be messed with. So, right here, guys, I'm gonna make him close his eye. You see that clear eyelid that goes across? That's called his nictitating membrane. So, that is the eyelid that they open underwater. Do you need your chair?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so that's the eyelid that they open underwater that lets them see just a little bit, and it doesn't hurt him. If a predator was to attack this guy, he can sink his eyes all the way into his skull. So, like I said, it doesn't hurt him, and it's like a safety feature for him. All these little dots along here are his, I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head, but anyway, they're like 10 times the strength of your fingertip, so that's what allows them to, like, when they feel something splashing in the water and it's total darkness. You got his nostrils up here. He was taped with electrical tape, but we took that off and put this duct tape on instead. The duct tape covers a wider area, and it doesn't hurt his face as much. We've got rescue gators in before that they shipped them to us, and they had electrical tape on so long they actually had like an indentation on their face. You can see his teeth. He's got some really good teeth. You can see where he's actually ground them down a little bit, though. Some of them are rubbed a little flat from rubbing against the surface that he was on.
He got his tail behind him.
Yeah, he's got his tail behind me. As long as he's sitting still right now, that's all I care about. I'll show you these things on his back. So these things on his back, they're called scutes or osteoderms. So each one of these is a little like movable bone. And it's like the equivalent of their, he's getting ready to move, hold on. It's the equivalent of their like armor. It's like armor bony plating. Yo, what's up, King of the North? How you doing? So anyway, each one of these is like a little, it's a bone, and it's got a lot of little holes in it, and his blood runs through it. So other than providing him with protection, it's like a little solar panel, so that's how they heat up. So the ones on the side are more just for looks. It's more skin. There's not a bone in there. But these ones on the back of the neck are really big and bony. And then he's got them all over his back, although like they're not nearly as prominent as the one on the back of his neck. He's got some decent sized ones. You can see where like they caught him with ropes before. The people who had him were afraid of alligators. And so they would catch him with ropes. So he's got some tears on his neck. Alligator shed. Here, look. So see, look, alligator shed. We just pulled that little bit of skin off. It's a lot of. I mean, it's a reptile, so they shed. You can see where at some point he got hit behind the eye. Relax, Buster. You can see he got hit somewhere behind the eye with something. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Here, you can back up. You can sit down now. Easy, buddy. All right, so when they make like the wallets and the belts and all that, they use the side skin and the belly. So anyway, because like you can't really do much with the back because it's got all the bones in it. So usually that just gets thrown away. I don't know. Do you guys have any questions? Like, what would you like to know about alligators? Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick one. Yeah, that's fine, Jay. You want to come help me? Here.
I'll hold the tail.
Yeah, get up here. You can hold his tail. Clean your finger off. All right, my son's going to come help me. Get up here, get up here. Tell you it all. Get up here, sit beside me.
Sit right there.
Yeah, get your butt up here. Come on. Move it.
Here we go.
Hold his tail. All right.
He's huge.
He is huge. I'm stuffing this underneath him so he doesn't pee on me. He's trying to death roll is what he's doing real quick.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Alligator lost your leg.
So alligators, so they said this guy is 7 years old. So alligators will live 70 plus years. So he's still pretty young. He should be a foot or two longer. They were feeding him chicken gizzards and stuff. So that's not like the best meat and diet for them. So he didn't grow nearly as much as he should. Let me check his other feet. He's got a little one. You can see here on his back foot where he rubbed that raw before, but it healed up. Sis says, how heavy is that one? Looking by its size, I'm guessing 50 kg. No, this one's probably, I would say this one's probably 40 pounds. So maybe 20 kg. Here, let me lift him up real quick. I don't think he's that heavy. Like, I mean, probably 25 to 30 pounds. Like I said, he's not very heavy. He looks bigger. He's only about 5 foot long. You can sit again. So when they swim in the water, you expect them to be heavy. So when they swim in the water, they actually put their arms to the side of their body and just use their tail. And then when they propel themselves out of the water, a lot of times they'll put their legs down to like plant off the ground to help drive themselves forward. What's up, 3PK? Their brain is right here. Like I said, they have a pretty walnut-sized brain. Midnight says, take that tape off and give him a big kiss. Yeah. Hey, Midnight, did you send me my my things yet? Would that be a good eating size gator? I would probably eat one a little bigger. He's got, JJ saying hi to everybody. He's got like a decent sized tail. But I mean, that's where the majority of your meat comes, is from the tail and the legs. So he's got perfect sized legs for eating. So how was the injury? What did you use to flush the wound? I'll show you. 3P. So what he did was he's been rubbing his feet raw. So so we put Neosporin on it. We'll give him more of a treatment when we get down to the farm. We were just putting something. How do you close the wound? It's not very big. Like I said, the people who brought him, he came from Missouri, so you can see where he was in like a concrete pond or something that had concrete in it. And you could tell, like I said, he's been rubbing his nails off and his feet are raw. But you can also see, like I said, on his back foot where it healed, and he's just missing the pad. So it'll come back. Yeah, he's a poor baby. So the guy, okay, you can sit down again. So the guy that I got him from, I guess he was someone's pet, and the guy didn't want him anymore, and he was calling around to some rescues, and no one wanted to take him. So they were going to let him go in the river. And I think in the Mississippi River or the Missouri River, somewhere in Missouri. I'm not exactly sure which river. Anyway, they're going to let him go. And the one guy said that he had grandkids who played in the river. So the last thing he wanted was a loose alligator. So he agreed to take him in. I'm just doing this so I can see chat. Sorry, guys. So he agreed to take him in, and he had him for several months. And I guess like back in the day, he had a Caiman, like a 4-foot Caiman. And he said he would hold the Caiman all the time, and it was a nice Caiman. But this guy scared him. He said to catch this dude, he would use a piece of PVC with a rope on it and lasso him and pull him up so they could immobilize him. This dude will definitely like fight you as soon as you open the crate. He's coming out of the crate trying to bite at you. So he's definitely a feisty guy who's not used to being handled, and he thinks that if he's scary, you won't mess with him. So he's got that going for him.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, 3P? I mean, like I said, I think you work with gators, like some small ones, right? This is the biggest rescue gator I've got in so far.
Yeah.
Reptile wounds are tough. Yeah, but I mean, at least like the alligators have that antibiotic in their blood that actually helps them with injuries and wounds and stuff like that. So I mean, they heal pretty quick. Are the gator more dangerous than the Caiman? No, the Caiman are a lot more aggressive. The alligators are probably one of the nicer species of the Chinese alligators are pretty mellow, and the American alligators are pretty mellow. A lot of times what makes them more or less what we'd call aggressive, it's like prey drive. So like alligators are like the biggest predators. So they're, like I said, they eat like pigs and other stuff like that. Yeah, the majority of Caiman are smaller, but like the black Caiman get up to like 20 foot. You know what I mean? So there's some pretty big Caiman. Like our 5-foot spectacle Caiman are like just terrifying to catch, and they have enormous teeth and they're super fast. That's the one thing about like Caimans and crocodiles. They have bigger teeth. It feels like, and they're just so much faster, and they have such quicker. But anyway, so like saltwater crocodiles, you know, they eat bigger prey species with the buffalo and all that over there. So they and like the Cuban crocodiles, it's more like it seems that like their aggression goes up with like what they eat and how hard it is to find food, you know, because like I said, in the outback during the dry season, they're really, you know, struggle for food. Never saw those, thank goodness. Yeah, a black Caiman gets 20 foot. They're one of the neater looking species, but they're enormous. But anyway, so like I said, and especially with like the Cuban crocodiles, they're the ones that come out of the water to attack stuff, like come flying straight up out of the water. And like I said, it just seems like the more that we call aggression is based more on food and prey drive. He looks pretty chill at the moment. Yeah, he keeps breathing hard, but he's mellowed out pretty good for me, which is good. I think he knows. So alligators are smart. Like, he knows he's stuck right now. And if I was to let go of his legs and we were to let go of his tail, he would try to walk off. But right now he knows he's caught, so he's just gonna build up his energy. I saw a show on the black Caiman on TV. They are dreaded. Yeah, exactly. The black Caiman are sketchy. I've seen a really cool video where they like had this black Caiman. They were fishing, and the guy pulled a fish up on shore, and like, I don't know, probably like 16, 17 foot black Caiman came walking up on shore and took it. Snake wounds are challenging. I've never had crocodile. Yeah, snake wounds are challenging. Yeah, he's a smart one. So the other thing too is like when we're catching the bigger guys, a lot of times they know. When you catch a Bigfoot alligator, they know they don't want to keep fighting the entire time because they know they're caught. So like I said, a lot of times they sit there, and you can actually feel when they, like right now, he's inhaled, so his body is ready to go at a moment's notice. He's got a big breath. Okay, now he just deflated. Anyway, so when, like a lot of times when I'm sitting on their back and we're catching them and we're treating their wounds, I'll know when an alligator, look, he just took a deep breath. I'll know when an alligator is going to take off because I can feel him like taking a deep breath, and you'll feel their tail start to twitch. And that's like a good sign that they're getting ready to leave with you on their back. Our cat's like, what's going on over there? And our bird wants to be out. Do you guys have any other questions? But yes, snake wounds are sketchy. We had to put 300 stitches into a big retic one time. They got in a fight with another retic. And that was challenging, and that was over 3 hours to do that and like clean all the wounds. My bird's pissed off. My bird wants to come out here. They're scared of you. They know what is going to happen. Yeah, but like I've never injured an alligator. I've had plenty of injuries from alligators. Like I've never broken an alligator's bones or did anything. That's why they're ready to run fast. So here's the other thing too about alligators. Yo, Josh, thanks for the follow. The other thing is alligators are smart. So down at the gator farm, like if I walk around a pen or the owner of the gator farm walks around a pen, all the alligators actually recognize our voice and know what we look like. So they're super intelligent. And they will, Patrima, thanks for the follow. So how is the shedding for the snake? It shed fine. That snake's fine. She laid eggs shortly after the stitches. Like I said, she's doing fine. We went back. You know what? We actually didn't take her back up there. We just cut the stitches out ourselves. I'll show you. This is kind of cool if you want to come over here. So alligators have 5 toes on the front, but they only have 3 claws. See, look. Oh, you're pissed. So they got 3 claws on the front, but they have a total of 5 toes. And then on their back foot, they only have 4 toes. And then they have 1, 2, 3, and then this one doesn't have. But I mean, they have their really webbed foot. They have really webbed feet on their back for swimming.
Yep, and this toe has.
That one's got 5, huh?
Yeah.
And like people, here you can sit down again. So people all the time ask me like, "Oh, do I have to be careful that they don't scratch you?" Like, no, it's not a Bengal tiger. That's like, you bet, it's not a Bengal tiger. Like I said, I'll show you guys again. Some of you guys who came in, I'll show you guys his eyes if you want. We'll hug him tight. Cute little toesies. Anyway, he's got the eyes. He's too big for me to stand up, but his pupil always stays vertical. So I could hold him almost upside down, and his pupil will stay vertical. It kind of goes with the flow. Oh, he's closing. All right, did you guys see that clear eyelid that just went across? That's his nictitating membrane. So that's the one that lets him see underwater. Right here's his ear. So we're trying not to scream on him. Right there's his ear canal. Like I said, here's his little brain right in here. And then, like I said, here's all of his receptors that let him feel stuff in the dark and let him touch. Like I said, he's got thousands of them on his face. He's got his nostrils up top. So when they do submerge underwater, like I said, he'll just have his nostrils up and his eyes up. I tickled his ear, right? What, Willie? Nah. And then he's got some decent-sized teeth. Sorry it's pixelated, guys. Like I said, I don't have OBS or anything set up on my laptop. So I have to stream from my phone, and it's just not doing well. And then, like I said, he's got the scoots. He's got the big scoots on the back of his neck for armor. He's getting ready to headbutt me is what's going to happen in a second. Anyway, that's his bony plated arm or his osteoderms or his scoots. What do you do with the gators once they are healed? So we have an alligator. You can sit back down again. We have an alligator farm that has over 300 alligators at it. We're a rescue. Yeah, they head to the gator farm. So he's going to live out the rest of his life. The only time we sell alligators is to another zoo. So there's a small chance he's going to go live at a zoo. Hopefully it stops being pixelated in a second, guys. Anyway, there's a small chance he's going to go live in a zoo or another like a reptile facility. But the majority of them just stay at the farm and live out the rest of their lives. We have the alligator from Happy Gilmore at the farm. He retired to the farm. We have everything from hatchlings. We don't breed our own babies, but occasionally what we'll do is we'll go pick up hatchlings just so like people can see from like the small, 8-inch gator to our biggest gator is 12.5 foot and 900 pounds. We got the alligator from the Neutrogena commercial, and he also was the alligator from the Lubriderm commercial. Sorry, I don't put enough. Anyway, we have the one from the Lubriderm commercial. He was in Dexter, so we got a couple famous alligators at the farm. But like I said, none of them get eaten at the farm. We don't do that. We do sell gator meat, and like I said, I have no problem with hunting alligators. The dad for closer, yeah. How you doing, Yeez? The Happy Gilmore alligator is cool. He's super. So they had to retire the Happy Gilmore alligator because he started destroying sets. He will come up out of the water and he'll chase you down trying to get at you. So there are not many people who end up in the supermarket wrapped in plastic right now. We were joking that we were going to make a belt out of this guy because, like I said, he's been trying to eat me. He was trying to climb out of the box last night when I was streaming. Yo, Brooke, thanks for the host. So, yeah, so anyway, so I saw the 12.5 foot alligator. I saw him pick a 400-pound man up with just his tail. They were taking him out of the back of a horse trailer. So they were taking him out of the back of a horse trailer, and my buddy was holding onto his tail so that he wouldn't swing his tail. And Bruce got pissed off, lifted Noah straight in the air, and slung him against the side of the metal horse trailer. The Happy Gilmore alligator, your friend. Dude, he's pretty cool. I've made a bunch of videos with him. He was the video that we used for the World Star video, or he was the alligator we used for the World Star video. Tuca, be quiet in there. Like I said, do you guys have any other questions? Belinda's got to get ready to go soon. Guy from Coldplay, is this your pet? No, he's a rescue alligator from Missouri. So he's going down to our gator farm. Not a pet. I do not recommend you have these guys as pets. Alligators are dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason I've been working with alligators for close to 15 years. The reason I got a gator was I wanted to get a pet dwarf Caiman. And dwarf Caiman are cool when you see them at the pet store. They're like this big and they look neat. And then you realize they get like 4 foot long and they're pretty aggressive. They're pretty bitey. Yeah, nor any wild, exactly. But a lot of the Caiman are captive bred, so they're not wild. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Anyway, I wanted to get one, so I went down and we actually have a class that you can take at the Gator Farm where you learn how to handle them, because I knew that, so I wanted to go down and I took the class. And then I thought, why would I want a little Caiman like this big when I can catch these big ones and work with these big ones? So like I started taking the class all the time, and I love it. And eventually they had me start teaching classes, and I was a volunteer there for a long time, and then they gave me a paid position, so that's kind of cool. So I get paid to work with alligators now, which is neat. Any other questions or anything, guys? I guess what I could do here, let me see that. I could put it here. The wife's got to start getting ready for work, guys. So let me see how the view is.
Man, you're not happy, boy.
He's not a happy boy.
He's not. He's an angry boy.
Let me see if it fixes itself. Okay, we need to spam this chat with some of the vids. If you want vids, my YouTube, if you just do !YT. Did it stop working, guys? Yeah, you bet.
And the light's leaving now.
Did it stop? Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
All right, let me see if I can put this down. Derp Chris, yay for pixels. How's it going? I know, dude. Like I said, I can't fix it. That's not too bad there.
Yeah.
We'll keep it going for a couple minutes.
Stop being angry, boy.
You need me, so I got a couple minutes.
No, we're good.
This is...
Yeah. All right, he's getting ready to run.
Yes. Yes. I got it too.
I need to do a stream with a better phone.
He's not going to win right now. I got his tail.
My YouTube's fire. I never seen a gator wrestler chase some gators in the pond. Go sub for Gators YouTube. Great stuff. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I prefer to catch the gators in the water. When you jump on that gator on land, you tend to scratch the crap out of yourself. Plus, the alligator can see you. So it makes it a little more sketchy when you're jumping on an alligator that can see you. You can work them around. A lot of times we try not to work the alligator so much. The sound. You seen the gator think, oh shit, here, run. Yeah, that big gator, she's funny. Sorry I'm squinting, guys. I just didn't want to wear my glasses for this video. My reading glasses. Yeah, it's the gator hissing.
Yeah.
Let me loosen him up just a smidgen, and he'll probably think he can get away.
I got his tail.
He got his tail. So alligators are very guttural, so they can't, you know, they don't make very many. They make a lot of like grunts and hisses.
Yeah.
The thing you got to be careful for is like this head is like concrete, so it's like a brick. So that's why you control the head, because the last thing you want is this thing to swing around and hit you in the face. It will absolutely bust your teeth out, give you a concussion, knock you unconscious. Especially on the bigger guys. The bigger guys are even worse. You know, they just have a way harder head. When gators fight, they'll either bite each other or they'll posture right beside each other and try to break each other's skull with their own head. You know, they sling their head at each other.
And they tail at each other.
Yeah. Yeah, they are a real life dinosaur.
Yeah.
I felt like I felt some loose skin on his back. Let me see if I can find some. He's been shedding a lot. Like I said, he wasn't in the best condition. So he's shedding. All right, guys, I'm going to peel off some gator skin for you. Here we go. I don't know if you can see that. So gators are just like any reptile, so they do shed their skin. Let me see if I can put it on my finger. But the neat thing about the gator farm is we offer free fishing with your paid admission, and any carp that you catch, you can feed the gators.
Yep, and I can feed this gator.
Yeah, look at Tom with the knowledge. I can feel more loose skin. I just don't want to peel him too much.
I want to try to peel one.
You're surprised he doesn't scratch? I mean, he's got nails. But, I mean, would you be afraid of those little bitty-ass nails, or would you be afraid of the bitey teeth? I'm terrified of the bitey teeth. I don't want to get... I've been bit once. You don't want to get bit again. So a lot of times when we're working with them, we'll actually cover their eyes so they kind of mellow out. If they see you walk by, they're very visual, so they'll swing around on you.
Yep, and this tail is
yeah, the tail, everyone's always terrified. Like when we get a new student, they always ask like, "Oh, should I be careful of the tail?" You know, it's like, well, would you rather get hit with a belt or like have something bite you really hard? You know, I don't mind getting hit with a belt, with the gator tail belt. It's the bitey parts you don't want to play with.
Yep.
I've been bit one time. You can't even hardly see the scar. I've been bit one time. I saw your gator bite. Yeah, that gator bite on YouTube is nuts. I've been bit one time, and I was in its mouth for like 12 or 13 minutes before we were able to get a piece of metal in there to pry its mouth open. So it's not a pleasant experience. All right, guys, I think if no one else has any questions, I think we're going to go ahead and call it. It was an unlucky nibble. Yeah, I breathed too hard in his mouth. That guy from Poots, yo, why do you have an alligator? It's a rescue.
When the tail is storming this week, it is...
I work in an alligator farm. It's a rescue that just came in from Missouri. Yeah. I work at an alligator farm. I work at an alligator farm in Colorado, and this is a rescue gator that just came in, so it's getting ready to head down to the farm. Alright, guys.
Alright, guys.
He's very calm just because he knows he's caught, but if you put him on the ground, he will absolutely try to get away.
Yep, when you grab his... So when the tail moves very fast, it just goes big. soon go swim?
They brought him out to me in a crate. They drove him out. I don't know why he drove it out instead of shipping it, but he drove it out, so he just brought it right to my house. Do you want to tell anybody anything on TV?
Yeah.
What do you want to tell them? Look in the camera.
Okay. So here's his natural tail, and it goes like swings, and it hits people and stuff. And at this way, and these things just like go this way, that way, and stuff. When they start to swim, they just go put that thing back in and out.
So the one thing you do have to be careful when you're catching gators, like little gators like this, we catch by the tail. Your daddy's awesome. So the one thing you do, like when you hold these gators by the tail, you do like a baseball grip. A lot of times if a gator is really strong, it'll pull and it'll actually cut your hand. So you got to be kind of careful. They said, "What's up, buddy?"
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi.
Dropping that knowledge. Yeah, JJ was 3 years old when he did his first TV show, catching alligators.
No, I'm 4.
Well, you're 4 now, but when were you on TV? You were 3. Remember when you were catching the gators in Charlie's backyard for that TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to tell him? What's his gator's name? Is it Choppers?
Choppers.
What's your favorite thing to do at the gator farm? Look at the camera and tell him.
Maybe look at the emus.
He likes to look at the emus. What's your favorite thing to feed the gators?
Throw the fish.
The fish. He likes to fish for carp. We have, like I said, we have tons and tons of carp at the farm. So he likes to fish for carp and then feed the big gators carp.
Yeah.
How many alligators do we have at the farm?
The big ones.
Yeah, we have the big ones. How many? 300?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have over 300. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end it. I appreciate everybody coming by. I'll stream games tonight. Like I said, I'm going to... He didn't like me sitting up. I'm streaming games tonight, but I'm going to be off tomorrow.